Greetings in the name of Yahusha HaMashiach, Melek of Yasharal, Kahan forever, according to the order of Melchizedek. All esteem, honor, and glory unto our Lord, Yahuwah. This is Melek Shalamah Trading. Today is the 5th of August, 2025. It's 10:50 a.m. Eastern Time, and right now I'm in a live trade. It's a bull and green strategy. This is Camarilla S3, central pivot. We have something like a selling climax coming down here and taking a long trade at, this is the entry right here when price broke down to this level. So I took a prior stop out here, took a buy entry up here at 63.2275. Then this is my second attempt here at 63.1750. Stop is at 63.1450. So looking for some buying volume to start stepping in. We have the bid here at 63.1525, 142 on the bid. This is my first partial up here at just below the central pivot at 63.2550. So waiting to get like a automatic rally into these partial profits. So let's see what happens here. All right, it's looking like some buying exhaustion. Maybe I might get stopped out here again. We do have a little buying volume coming in here to push us up. So let's see if this consolidation is soaking up all the selling, because we did have a prior consolidation here that attempted to soak up some of the selling. So this might be the last attempt at soaking up the selling here, right? So this was like basically like the preliminary stop. We had the selling climax now, and we could start getting the automatic rally back up to my take profit levels. But let's see if it works out. All right, so we're seeing the volume coming in. We have Iceberg support. We don't really have much on the bid stepping up though. But that's okay, we have a target here with the liquidity on the offer. All right, so you see Iceberg sellers basically trying to stop price from advancing to the upside. Back at Camarilla S3 now, just shy of my my first partial at 63.2550. So let's see if sellers come back to this Iceberg here and this liquidity, or if we get buying support to take us back up to my first partial. So my trailing stop has moved to break even. Hopefully it doesn't come back and take me out. So it's looking like I'm gonna get stopped out here again. Let's see if the buyers are gonna step in with some volume and take us back up from this level. So what I want to see now is some buying volume, right? Just like that, take us back up to my first take profit. But it's looking like a little buying exhaustion here. Now the buyers are stepping back in again. Some more volume is coming in. Not enough volume right now though. I want to see some more buying volume to take us up here. Sellers looking like they're still in control. We have the buying exhaustion. Right, so that's the second attempt, buying exhaustion again. It's looking like the buyers putting up a fight. Now we're getting some volume coming in here on the buy side. Right, so we got some volume coming in. Let's see if we get the acceleration to the upside. We have some buying sweeps as we retest Camarilla S3. Heavy volume coming in now, just like this leg up right here. But still really no follow through just yet. Still getting resistance here. We have this VWAP migration down to 63.22. Still looking to get that first partial here at 63.25.50. We need some more volume, right? Got the volume. Still shy of the first partial though. Possible retest of the VPOC right here at 63.25. You see it migrated down. So that's VPOC right now. We have some Iceberg support right there executed. We have 85 buy stops coming out. We have some sell sweeps. That's kind of good for the reversal, right? So sell sweeps, counter rotation, heavy volume coming in, buy sweeps again. Still not getting the first partial, but just waiting to see what will happen. All right, so we have some decent buying volume coming back up into this level here where supposedly there's some resistance, right? So we have liquidity here. Liquidity has pulled, so this is the liquidity we have to tackle next at weekly Camarilla R3, which is a resistance level. This is a resistance, it's a golden pivot zone right here, weekly central pivot and Camarilla R3. So there could be sellers right here. Well, higher time frame sellers. But from all the selling we got, this is like an accumulation structure happening, and we could retrace and take out some stops. Still haven't gotten this first partial here. Liquidity is kind of bare underneath here, so we could still get a retracement back down. Selling pressure is kind of low, so that's good. If we do come back to retest VPOC, we should get some buying support right there from these buyers who initiated right here. So right, looking for this leg up to get the first partial. Right, it's looking kind of tricky here now. Could come back and stop me out. Right, looking like we have selling exhaustion right there. So the buyers are supposed to step in, take the initiative if they see selling exhaustion and push us back up. If not, then the sellers will take control again. Still no real volume coming in here. Sell sweeps. We could get a rotation here. If we don't get a rotation, it's looking like a stop out here at break even. All right, so just pulling this out a little bit. This is looking like maybe the automatic rally. This is the secondary stop. This is the uptrust, and we may be getting a spring here, so the spring might take me out. But let's see. All right, so we have heavy volume. Now the bid is getting ignited. So this is looking good for a run straight up into my first partial. Again, we're stopping at that weekly central pivot. All right, got the first partial. Right, so now my trailing stop is ignited, 6 points behind price action. We have the buying volume ignited here. Next target is going to be 63.2950. Right, we got up to first lower deviation, weekly Camarilla R3. Let's see if we get another push here up to 63.2950. That's my second partial right there, 63.2950. We need some buyers to take us up there. Right, so we might get a little retracement here. We have buy sweeps. I don't really like that buy sweep right there. All right, where's my buyers? Come on, let's go. We had 192 buy stops come out right here. That's good. Want to see some more stops coming out because we had this this big sell-off from the RTH, so we should be getting some more stops coming out as we progress to the upside. All right, so what I'm searching for is where is liquidity, right? So my last take profit is going to be at 63.3350. Got my second take profit right there. So we got to push through this liquidity at 63.3025. I was thinking about maybe extending my take profit to maybe back up to value area high. But let's see what price action is doing. Right now, the buying volume has kind of dried up. So let's see if we get this take profit. And my trailing stop is kind of in jeopardy because it could be like a Camarilla S3 retest. So let's see if this first lower deviation holds with the central pivot here at 63.25. And by the way, this is the bowling green strategy. So it's basically like a Wyckoff accumulation structure at and around central pivot, and well, not only a central pivot, but at a Camarilla S3 level, maybe a Camarilla S4 level, or a floor pivot S1 level. Well, basically like support levels from pivot level perspectives, so that's what we got here. See, we had the sell-off, right? So it's basically the selling climax breaking below these pivot levels. And then we have the automatic rallies, secondary stop, up thrust, lowest point of support, and now we're moving into phase E markup, trying to get to this target here. All right, so we have some volume coming in again. We took on this liquidity here. Looking like a little exhaustion there. Let me just open that up a little bit, see what's going on. No, I think the buyers got it. I think my take profit will probably take place, but let's see. Let's see what happens. So the selling volume is looking shallow. That's good, right? So we had this retest here, low selling volume. So that's looking good. It's looking like we're going to take on this liquidity here, right, at 63.32.25. And then we have to push through that liquidity to get to my target. So usually people put their stop just below the liquidity as resistance, right? Like if you're moving up in price action, you're trying to get a take profit, you want to kind of front run the liquidity, but I have my set bracket orders, so I just leave it, let it play out. And I have my trailing stop that's going to take care of if price retraces and comes back, right? So right? So looking for more buying volume. Buying volume is coming in again. And we just need one more push. Still low selling volume. We're getting some selling volume coming in here a little bit, but still low, right? That fell back. All right, so we have the selling volume looking like it's going to stop me out here now. Right, and that's the stop out, right? So that was the trade right there. So let me just go over the trade. All right, so we had this sell-off here, breaking down from 63.30. We moved down, broke down Camarilla S3 and the central pivot, that's a golden pivot zone. We had heavy selling through that level. We had somewhat of a preliminary stop right here at around 63.21. I think I took my first trade around this level here. Let me just open this up a little bit. All right, so when we had our preliminary stop, right? So we had this heavy selling volume at around let's see, 63.21. We kind of pushed up, decent buying volume here, and we pushed up. So I took basically was a late entry at 63.22.75, I would say, and then it came back and basically stopped me out at around, well, 3 points below 63.19.75 or something like that, right? So price flushed down a little more. So I took another buy entry at around 63.17.50. That consolidated a little bit. Then it pushed up. Well, let me just open this up a little bit again. Got to move around in Bookmap a little bit. Right, so we consolidated. We had a heavy bid at 63.15.25. My stop was at around 63.14.75. And we had some buying volume come in, take us up, pushed us up to around 63.19, rotated a little bit, and basically we came up here to around 63.22.75, created the automatic rally, came back down, sold off to almost hit my break-even stop, but price action stopped right there at 63.18 to create the secondary stop. Then we pushed up. We pushed up to around 63.25, just above Camarilla S3, and the volume points of control migrated down to 63.22. We held above that, rotated down to 63.19, and then we found buying volume again, which took us up to our partial profits. First partial profit was at 63, I would say roughly 63.25.75. Got our second partial at around 63.29.50 or 75. And then price rotated and came back down to the first lower deviation at 63.25 and stopped me out on the last contract, right? So you can see now price is it basically came back to VPOC, and then now it's rotating back up to maybe to hit where my take profit would have been, my last take profit. So we just got taken out on the rotation back to basically test the Camarilla S3 and central pivot level. But my trailing stop took me out 6 points trailing stop. All right, so that's the Bowling Green strategy right there. It's Melek Shalamah trading, and you all trade safe and stay blessed. Shalom.